So you're thinking about making a move to Arizona, but your goal is to not only find the best city or neighborhood that fits you, but also find the best value. So in this video, we're gonna take a look at a popular price point, tell you why that is, and then show you the home that you might expect to buy when it comes to some of the better areas around Metro Phoenix. And make sure to stick around to the end because we're gonna pick out 2 or 3 of them and take you on a tour to show you what they really look like. So stay tuned. What's up everybody, it's Greg Corbett with the AZ Lifestyle Group right here in Phoenix, Arizona. If this is your first time at this channel and you're looking to find out everything you need to know about what it's like living in and or moving to the Phoenix metro area, make sure to hit that subscribe button and click the bell so you can be notified whenever we post a new video. We are helping people from all over when it comes to finding the best places and neighborhoods to live here, and we absolutely love it. So if you're even thinking about making a move and you need any assistance whatsoever, give us a call, send us a text, shoot us an email, however you want to get a hold of us, we got your back when it comes to moving to the Phoenix Metro. All right, so as people continue to reach out to us about their plans to move, we're finding that there seems to be a certain price point that people tend to be targeting. And that range is typically around $500 to $600K. So why is that? Well, a couple things come to mind. Number one, because of the current market conditions that we're going through here in Arizona, that tends to be the price point that can hopefully check off the majority of your boxes when it comes to finding the perfect home or location for you. And number two, and this is huge, is that if you are looking to stay at or below the $600K range and you only want to put 10% down, you can now stay within the guidelines of falling into a conventional loan. Otherwise, if you end up spending more, you could be looking at a jumbo loan, which means stricter guidelines, more money down, and potentially higher interest rates. And thankfully, the new max loan amount for a conventional loan is now at $548,250. That was effective January 1st here in Arizona. So if you're looking to buy something at $600 and you put 10% down, that will keep you away from a jumbo loan. So now that we know all that, let's talk about what you can actually afford to buy when it comes to a home in that price point. And for the purpose of this video, we're gonna use the following search criteria, which tends to be what many of you are looking for. So we're gonna look for a 3 to 4 bedroom, 2 bath home with a pool, needs to have at least a 2-car garage and a decent lot size, probably in the 7,000 to 10,000 square foot range. We're also gonna focus on homes that I would consider are turnkey. These are clean, mostly up to date, no big remodel needed. These are the types of properties that tend to be the most popular. So let's jump over the computer. I'll give you a little preview of what I'm seeing on the MLS. I'll give you a little guidance when it comes to searching from where you're at right now. And hopefully we see a couple that we might want to tour in person. All right, so I've already gone through this. I actually picked out 6 properties that I want to take you guys on a tour of in person. So we're gonna take a look at 3 on the east side and 3 on the west side. But before we go out and look at those houses, I do wanna take you behind the scenes to an MLS search to kind of give you a few tips and tricks on what to look for. So let's go ahead and plug in the criteria that we went over in the beginning and kind of give you some tips and tricks on what to do. So first off, we're gonna go look at active properties. We're gonna look at the price range that we're talking about in the 500 to 600 range. We're gonna do Gilbert, Chandler, and Mesa. We're gonna do all single family attached. I mean, already just based on where we're at right now, there's only 45 listings that fit. And then this is typically something that makes a big difference is whether it has a pool or no pool. So we're gonna make it say it has to have a pool. That brings it down from 43 properties down to 13. So that's pretty huge. So for anybody who's like, hey, we need a pool, you're really limiting yourselves a lot of times on what's available versus if you reverse it and you are okay with the property maybe not having a pool right now, maybe something you can do later, you might save more money to afford that pool later and it's gonna give you a lot more options. So consider that. The other thing that is incredible that I want to share with you guys is if you're looking on Zillow and you're putting in these same search results, even though there's only 43 properties that are actually active and for sale, Zillow's going to show you everything that is under contract, accepting backups, That goes from 43 now to 111. That means that there's basically 70 properties that are under contract accepting backups. If you add the ones that are buyer contingent, that goes up to 120. So almost 80 properties that are going to show up on Zillow as active and available for you to buy, even though they are under contract. That is huge. So get with us on that. We can send you a link to a search that's very similar to this one here, where you can search freely, and it's going to show you what properties are actually active. Now, can we potentially sometimes work out a deal on something that's already under contract? Yes, but to look at 80 other properties that are under contract is going to be spinning your wheels. So just know that up front. All right, so now that we've done the Southeast Valley, let's do the Northwest Valley and take you on the west side. We're gonna do the same thing with Surprise, Peoria, and Glendale. So first off, let's just do active here. Let's do the 500 to 600 list price. Let's do single family detached. Let's put the Peoria, Glendale, and Surprise. That brings us to 30 properties, so we're actually a little bit lower here. We're at 30 versus the 43 that we had in Chandler, Gilbert, and Mesa. We'll add the garage. That may or may not, takes it down to 1. And then let's see what this does when you add a pool. 29 down to 10. So you lose about 20 properties there. Let's go back and look at what happens if you add everything under contract. You go from 29 up to 72. So I'm not going to take you through all the listings. I'm going to pick out the ones that I think look the best. Let's go on a tour through those now, and then we'll come back to it later. All right, so it's Saturday morning here in Phoenix, and we've got a little bit of a cloudy day going on. No rain at this point yet, but it looks like we've got a pretty likely chance for tomorrow and Monday. But what I want to do is kind of take you through to the East Valley first. We're going to look at 3 houses, one in Chandler, one in Gilbert, and one in Mesa, and we're going to try to find properties that what we feel are what most people are looking for in the price point that we get a lot of activity on, and just kind of tour you through. And we're going to look at a couple things. We're going to look at overall location, we're going to look at the neighborhood, we're going to look at the school district, and we're going to look at the basic entertainment districts that would be closest by each home. So I'm going to kind of take you through those. So overall, I want to give you kind of a general idea on what's out there, what you should expect, and kind of the process to go along with it. All right, so we're getting close to our first house that we're gonna go take a look at today, which is in South Chandler. All the properties we're seeing are kind of on the south side of the 202, or in Mesa's case, on the east side of the 202. And the one that we're gonna look at here in Chandler is actually under contract. It does say it is accepting backups, but we picked this one because there's not a whole lot to look at, and number 2, it is vacant. So it's a little bit easier for me to kind of get in and see one of these houses that doesn't have anybody living in, especially when it's under contract. So I will show you that. It's still, I think, a house that should make sense as far as for us to view. So we'll go take a look at it here shortly. All right, so we're at our first spot here in Chandler. I'll give you a quick tour around the neighborhood, just like street view wise. It's nice, it is in a gated neighborhood, great location here. The only thing on this particular home, this does back Chandler Heights, so you do have traffic noise. So that's probably why we've got the price point, but I'll show you kind of the front view. To keep these kind of going pretty quickly, I'm not going to tour you through the entire house. I'm going to walk through first, and then we're going to kind of walk in, and I'm going to just kind of show you a few things that I think are important to know. This is a 4-bed, 3-bath house, a little over 2,800 square foot. Does have a 3-car garage, does have the pool in back. So from a condition point of view, it's in pretty good shape. It's not in fantastic shape. This one's listed at $545. Again, probably one of the big reasons why it's listed for $545 is it does back to Chandler Heights, so that's gonna be a discount for that. And then it's also not in perfect condition, so a little dated on your tile, on your wood floors. It is a little dark in here, so I apologize. The GoPro doesn't always pick up great in low lighting, but you know, it's for the price point, being around $550, knowing that you got a lot of competition around here, I'm not surprised and I wouldn't be surprised if it actually went over list. Real quick, I do want to take you through the master bedroom. I think some of the big things that most people key on when they're looking at houses is the layout, the master bedroom, the kitchen, backyard. Those are kind of the key points. It is nice. We do have 10-foot vaulted ceilings. That is nice. You got your separate tub shower. You've got a decent closet. You've got dual sinks. So all the kind of the things that people tend to look for seem to be checked off here. It does have a nice, you know, having that third bathroom, having that kind of guest suite off to the front is nice. So from a layout perspective, it checks a lot of boxes. And then we'll look at the kitchen here as well. Again, not in bad shape, in decent condition. You know, everything is livable, but for a lot of what people are looking for finish-wise, I wouldn't be surprised if somebody came in and said, hey, I'm gonna redo all the flooring. The cabinets are probably in good shape. Maybe somebody repaints them, redo the appliances, that type of thing. It's livable. It's definitely something that a lot of people could deal with right now, but I definitely wouldn't be surprised if somebody came in and just redid a lot of the finishes in here. Last but certainly not least is the backyard. Everybody is looking for having that existing pool. So everything we're looking at does have a pool today. You've got a pretty nice pool. It's in good condition. Probably needs a little bit of upkeep. You got a nice little putting green in back. Of course, as you can hear, we've got traffic in back. Chandler Heights is a busy road, so you know, from that perspective, that's probably why this thing is listed at $545. So you've got this little built-in barbecue over here. Again, like needs a little cleanup, needs some work. I don't know why they've got blue tape on the windows. They don't look broken, so not sure why that is. And then you've got little maintenance issues up here. So again, pretty clean house, but hopefully this gives you a little perspective on what you might see in Chandler. All right, so before we head over to Gilbert, I'm just gonna take a quick cruise around this neighborhood here in Chandler. My impressions are it's a good spot. You know, all the stuff kind of in this area, a lot of it was built, you know, probably in between 2004 and 2010. You know, it's still pretty decent quality. You've got these trees that kind of line the streets here. I think that's really cool. And I'm sure there's a lot of little play parks in here. We'll see if we can find one or two. But overall, I think it's a great neighborhood. It's probably what you kind of should expect to see in some areas down here around the Chandler area. Same with Gilbert. So two things that I forgot to mention regarding the Chandler house. Number one, school district, obviously Chandler Unified School District, which is one of the most popular and gets the highest ratings of anywhere here in the metro area. And number two, entertainment district. So from where you were at, you're probably, I'd say 10 to 15 minutes from downtown Chandler, and then another, you know, you're probably 15 to 20 minutes into Chandler Fashion Mall. So those are probably the two main entertainment districts that you'd be close to. Obviously a lot of other stuff in Chandler that is good for, you know, families as far as parks, neighborhoods, that type of thing. And you know, you can obviously get into other areas around Gilbert as well, but those would be the two main entertainment districts close by. All right, so we are here at the Gilbert property right now. It is a brand new listing. This one just hit the market yesterday, so it is booked up with showings. We're waiting to get inside right now. This is a 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath, just under 2,900 square foot, 2-car garage with a pool. We're in the Freeman Farms neighborhood here. You got a park right next to you on this one. This one is listed for 600 even. So as soon as they get done in there, we'll take you on a quick tour inside and kind of compare a little bit with what we just saw in Chandler. Okay, so as we walk into this Gilbert house, I think it's a night and day difference from what we saw over in Chandler. I mean, this house is completely turnkey. It is in fantastic condition. It's been well taken care of. And it's a beautiful house. It's in a great neighborhood, so I think the price is definitely justified. This house will go under contract over the weekend. It'll be under contract by Monday. It'll probably receive multiple offers. It'll probably go well over list. What that number is, I'm not sure. I would guess it'd probably be in the 625 range, potentially higher. So, you know, we're trying to give you guys a what you can do under 600. This was priced at 600, so I wanted to show it to you. But realistically, we're gonna have to probably say this is gonna go higher. So as we walk in, we've got the open kitchen. The kitchen looks fantastic. The kitchen opens up to your living room area. This is definitely what a lot of people look for as far as layout goes. We'll go take a look at the backyard over here. The backyard is in fantastic shape as well. You got a really nice patio out here. The pool looks great. We got a nice spa here. The spa does convey. Not a ton of space between neighbors, but for what people are looking for, I think this, good amount of space if you have a little dog or two that come out and hit the grass. Have a nice pool area, have a nice covered patio. It's definitely something that would check the boxes for the majority of people, especially the people that I'm talking to coming in here. So we'll take a quick look at the master bedroom. I think that checks a lot of boxes as well. Basically, you got a split floor plan. People love that. Good amount of space here. And then when you walk into the master bath, you've got a fantastic walk-in shower. These are the little details that people absolutely just jump on and love. A good amount of space in the closet. Again, all the finish levels are fantastic. So this is gonna be a popular house. Everything else looks really nice. There's just little finish details that will make this house go quickly, and it's turnkey, ready to go, very clean, no work to do. This is what I think most people are looking for. Very hard to find. You're gonna have a lot of competition trying to secure it. We have little things we can do to help out with that, but it's a good house. All right, so just got done with the Gilbert house. Now let's go through the neighborhood, and we're at Freeman Farms. We're kind of near Greenfield, in between Ocotillo and Queen Creek, and just driving through the neighborhood. Another beautiful Gilbert neighborhood, just like most of them are, and all the houses are very well kept. It's super nice and clean, so definitely very family friendly, that type of thing. Schools. This is the Higley Unified School District, which is probably even a little higher ranked than both Gilbert and Chandler. It is the Higley District is in Gilbert, so you're going to have both of those. And then as far as your entertainment spots around here, I'd say the closest is probably the Santan Mall area. And then obviously you've got downtown Gilbert, which is not too far away as well. So again, checks a lot of the boxes that people are looking for. I think the toughest thing is going to be trying to figure out, how to compete with other buyers. That's where we got your back on that. But we'll do our best to kind of guide you. So up next, we're gonna hit a house in East Mesa. It is a nice part of Mesa. I think a spot that is very similar to what you might find around Gilbert. So we're gonna take you to that and kind of show you what that has to offer as well. All right, so we're here in Mesa right now. There's an open house. This is a brand new listing as well. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kind of tell you about it, and then I'm gonna tour through with the camera, and I'll save the discussion till after I come out. But this is a 4-bedroom, 3.5 bath, about 3,400 square foot, 2-story, so large house. Again, brand new listing. So we'll check it out and come back out and tell you about it. right, just got done with the tour in there. Similar to the last house in Gilbert, very nice, very well kept up. Again, just hit the market. Agent's already telling me has multiple offers, so we're gonna probably have a similar situation as that Gilbert house. A couple things to note. This is a really nice neighborhood. It's a little far to the east, as it was about 20 minutes from where I came from in Gilbert. And that's hopping on the 202, heading over to Elliott, and then heading east a few miles. So for a lot of people who are coming from out of town, I think if you made this drive, you'd probably be like, is it too far out from where we wanna be? Hard to say for sure. I think the neighborhood's worth it. I think you probably want to give these neighborhoods in Mesa a chance. For those of you who are looking for Gilbert, Chandler, and maybe have a questionable taste as far as Mesa goes, I think you should take a look at these neighborhoods, even though they are a little bit further out. They're really nice neighborhoods. They're new communities. They have a lot to offer. One of my favorite parts about this one was the huge lot in back, nice pool area. It's quiet out here. Again, a lot of positives. So I would take a look at some of these over here. Again, this one was listed at $599. So similar to what you saw in Gilbert, except larger house. So 2-story, 3,400 square foot. So again, you're going to be further out, but maybe you're getting a little bit more square footage if you need it. Potential bigger backyard, that type of thing. So definitely something to look at. One other thing, as I'm walking back, school district is actually the Gilbert Unified School District. So even though we're in Mesa, it is Gilbert Unified Schools. Also, as far as your entertainment districts, you're probably closest to like Superstition Springs Mall, but you're not too far away from that Santan Mall area in Gilbert. So I'd say between Superstition Springs and the Santan Mall, those are your two closest entertainment districts. All right, so before we leave here in Mesa, we'll take you on a quick little drive. Again, show you the neighborhood. Like I mentioned before, it's a little far east, but I don't think with the way the roads are set up and with everything the way it is, still having good schools, still being close enough to some of your entertainment districts, I don't think it's enough to persuade people to not look at this. So I would definitely recommend it. We're coming up on this huge park now. Again, there's going to be a few little bonuses if you drive a little bit further out. So again, for those people who are working remotely, I definitely would give these areas a shot if you're trying to find the best bang for your buck. So now that we've looked at a few in the East Valley, now we're gonna go take a look at a couple in the West Valley. So I still have to pick out a few of those. We're probably not gonna do it today just because of all the drive time between the East Valley and West Valley, but we'll pick out a couple and we're gonna compare those as well and really try to help guide you in the right direction and see if there is a major difference in pricing and the quality you get for the same price point between the East Valley and the West Valley. All right, we're back on the road again. This time we're heading out to the northwest side. We're gonna hit up Surprise, we're gonna hit up Glendale, and we're gonna hit up Peoria. We're gonna look at a house in each one of those areas. We're kind of outside the 101, kind of probably the more popular areas. So we're gonna take a look at those and kind of compare to what we saw on the east side. All right, guys, we're here in Marley Park right now in Surprise, one of my actually favorite neighborhoods, not only in Surprise, but on the west side for sure. A really nice community, a lot of good homes here. We're taking a look at a 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath, 2,800 square foot home, 2-story, 2-car garage, really cool design. So again, we'll kind of tour you through. So similar to what we saw over on the East Valley homes, this house is very well done. It is move-in ready. It's got some nice finishes. I think this property will have, it's a new listing, it will have multiple offers. It's probably most comparable to the house we saw in Mesa earlier. So let's, I'll give you kind of a quick look at the kitchen area here. Again, the kitchen opens up to the the living room area, which is nice. You do have another living space up front. You got an office up front, and you got kind of a cool little butler's pantry that connects the office to the kitchen. We'll take a quick look outside as well. Nice covered patio area, cool little sitting space here. Really cool pool area back here. You've got artificial turf as far as grass in the back. Little trampoline set up there as well. You do have a corner lot, so nice views. Lots of nice landscaping. They did a good job on just the overall setup of the yard here. Your bedrooms are all upstairs in this particular plan. So we got the master bedroom upstairs. I'll take you on a quick tour through that. It is separate from the other rooms. So you got two different wings going on there. Nice shower, good amount of closet space, or tub is what I meant to say. Here's the shower here. And then you walk over to this other wing over here. This takes you to the other bedrooms. We don't have to tour all of them here. It is nice to have this cool little setup here. So that is stop number one. I like it. I think it's a nice house. I think it'll get multiple offers. I think I said it was priced at $595 in case I missed that. Yeah, this house will go quickly. All right, a couple other things to note while we're here driving through Marley Park. I'd say this area Surprise is probably mostly supported if you're talking entertainment districts, probably by Peoria and Glendale. I don't think Surprise technically has like a big district at this point yet. So probably not too far a drive. You're probably looking at, 20 minutes or so to get to some of the major shopping areas. And then your schools, this is going to be the Dysart Unified District, which I think is getting a lot better, but it's still rated on a little bit the average side. So there might be a small difference in quality of schools, but I think for Marley Park, I think this area probably has some of the best in this district. All right, we are at our next destination right now here in Glendale. We're in the community of Chaminade. It is a gated neighborhood, nice community, a little bit older than what we saw in Marley Park, but we are kind of tucked away up in the little buttes areas. Beautiful views all the way when we were coming in here. We've got a single-story, 4-bedroom, 2-bath, 2,400 square foot house with a 3-car garage. A little dated, not as nice as curb appeal as what we saw before, but definitely a super clean house and has a lot of nice features. So we'll take you on inside. This house is very livable, very move-in ready to go. It does have some dated features. This tile floor is probably the original that somebody had in here. So they've kind of got a mix of things that they have done while they're in here. You see some replacement stuff that they've done, some upgrades. They probably painted all the cabinets, redid some of the countertops here, redid the appliances. So it has some nice features. We'll go outside in a second. I'll show you the master bedroom. Some other things, it does have vaulted ceilings. The fixtures are all nice. All the kind of the door hardware looks good. You'll see a little bit of mix and match type things, that type of thing. Nice walk-in shower, nice tub. Again, certain fixtures that are kind of dated here and there. Now this one is listed for $550, so we're $50K off of the last one that was basically listed for $600. We do have a pool outside, so let's take you outside real quick as well. Nice backyard. Again, you got some artificial turf. It's tiny, you're not in a big lot size here. You're probably in the 6,000 to 7,000 square foot lot size in something like this. So a little play pool area, little built-in barbecue and sitting area. But overall, kind of a good place for entertaining. Might not be the best situation if you have kids that want to go out and play in the backyard, but it's a very family-friendly house. So I would imagine, from that perspective, people would still look at it. So nice house. There's a lot of features. Again, not as nice as what we saw in the last one. The price reflects that. It is a little closer in. You do have a gated neighborhood, so a little bit of pros and cons on that.
All right, a couple more things as we head out of the Chaminade neighborhood in Glendale. We're around like 67th Avenue, just south of Happy Valley. So to give you an idea on location there. So your entertainment districts for the most part are going to be, your closest is probably going to be like Arrowhead area. And then potentially like into Peoria for the P83 district, that type of thing too. So we're going to head north up 67th Avenue to get to our Peoria location. That's about 10 minutes away, so we'll check that out. All right, we're at our last destination here in Peoria. We're at the community of Sonoran Mountain Ranch. It's a little bit of a hike up here, but it is beautiful up here. It's a beautiful neighborhood, a lot of nice homes. You're surrounded by kind of the mountainous areas around here. We're here at a 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath, 2,900 square foot home. So good sized single story home here, 3-car garage, and we'll take you through. This actually kind of reminds me of the first one we saw down in Chandler, which has a nice floor plan. Now it's vacant. It has some little minor upkeep issues. This is an Open Door house. You may or may not have heard of Open Door. Open Door is one of the companies that goes out and is purchasing a lot of homes directly from buyers, and then they put them right back on the market and kind of flip them. Not a bad floor plan. It's so you come in, you got your formal living dining room area in here. All the flooring is in decent shape. Again, all this stuff is probably a little bit dated, may or may not match the kind of design profile, but it looks good and it's livable. The kitchen opens up to this great room area here. Since we're right next to the backyard, we'll hit this up too. Again, we've got a pool in back, nice little mountain views in back. Very similar to the last one in Glendale as far as this kind of small postage stamp lot size, but you're kind of raised up in this spot versus like the homes behind you are kind of sitting down below. So from that perspective, you don't feel as on top of one another. Obviously from over here, you're a little close over here. They raise this wall up. So not too bad. Pool looks to be in really good shape. This one is listed at $600. But good news, it has no offers. So we finally found a house that doesn't have multiple offers. So somebody could actually come in and put an offer on this one and be ready to go. We'll come back to the master bedroom here. Kind of like Chandler, again, they have these like 10-foot high ceilings here, which is nice. It keeps everything open. Good sized master bedroom. Not a bad master bath as well. Kind of a dated shower here, but for the most part, not too bad. Somebody could come in, do a few little updates here and there, and you'd have a good property. So I'll get back in the car. We'll kind of talk about comparing all 6 properties a little bit and kind of what you should look at. But in my mind, there's not a whole big difference between pricing between the East Valley and the West Valley from what I'm seeing. So we'll talk a little more about that in the car. All right, a couple more things about Sonoran Mountain Ranch. If you're up in this part of Peoria, you're still gonna it's gonna be similar to our last property that we were at in Glendale, where your closest entertainment districts are going to be the P83 district in Peoria, and also like Arrowhead at part of Glendale. So also both properties, I missed this on the Glendale property, both properties are in the Deer Valley Unified School District. That is pretty well rated. It's above average. It's going to be probably not too far from what you're seeing in Gilbert and Chandler from a ratings perspective. When it comes to overall looking at the 6 properties we looked at, in my mind, I think the best value if you don't mind driving a little bit further, would have been that Mesa property, which gave you that big lot. As far as which property probably would have been my favorite house out of the 6, I'd probably say the one in Gilbert. But they all had a lot of nice features. This, I love this neighborhood a lot. It's, you know, it's a hike up here. All of the neighborhoods had a lot of positive qualities. It's hard to really pick one or the other. But I think the big key in all this, and then what I really wanted to try to find out is, for those of you who are looking to maybe make a choice between doing the East Valley or the West Valley, and you're really comparing neighborhoods that are comparable to each other, I'd say the pricing is pretty close, and you know, you might actually pay a little bit less in the East Valley for the quality that you're getting. So these are just 6 examples, so I think there's probably going to be a lot of different ideas out of there, but that's just what I took from this, and hopefully you learned a little bit as well. All right, hope you guys enjoyed that tour today. Hope it was helpful. Make sure to check out our other videos if you haven't done so already. We'll catch you guys on the next video.